Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm Black, and welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to get it down to the nitty gritty under 10 minutes. I try to get through all of the technical jargon so people would understand more clearly. And if you have any questions, let's put it down below. Insults will be monitored. If it's professional, then I will post it, and we will have a roast out, a cookout, however you want to call it. And other than that, if you have any questions, you put it down below. You angels, demiurge gods, shapeshifters, lizards, okay, whatever you may think is out there, okay. Ghosts with consciousness. This video is going to be about the scientific eye. I keep arguing with some atheists and stuff like that, There's really no, I don't really argue with agnostics, okay. I don't really argue with them, agnostics, okay. Gnostics, agnostic, and atheists. I usually argue with atheists because they're the ones who's more closed-minded on the end, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm more agnostic, okay. Remember, I told you the definitions of the agnostic is basically they're skeptical of everything, for they cannot prove anything. They do not have enough knowledge, but their minds is not going to say to you that there's no probability for it, okay. They're not going to tell you that. They say it's possible. Yes, there's possible. There's many people say they have seen God. And of course, there's scientists who say they found the God particle. So atheists don't have enough information. It's not enough knowledge, okay? All right? So they kind of be skeptical. It's okay to be skeptical that there is a God. But it's okay to say there's a probable God. Maybe a small percent somewhere, okay? Because you can't be in two multiple dimensions at once. This dimension is the third dimension, okay? Some people call it the fourth or the fifth dimension or whatever. You can call it whatever you want, okay? But agnostics, they say they have secret knowledge of the history of this world. But as a matter of fact, I'm more agnostic itself because, if this written on the walls that we are been visited by aliens in caves and shit like that, then could there be some truth to that? You know what I'm saying? That's Gnostic, okay? That's the Gnostic faith. They have hidden knowledge, okay? And they keep it to themselves, you know what I'm saying? They try to hide it, you know what I'm saying? Those individuals are like scientists, secret scientists. And they also probably have different techniques of doing different things, but they don't like to go out in public too much, okay? The secret Gnostic, okay? The agnostic is more skeptical. They don't have enough proof. Gnostics are almost the same, but they have secret technology, or they say the demiurge God controls everything we have. There's a whole bunch of different stories with the Gnostic faith. But agnostic, however, they're considered pretty smart too, okay? They believe in the scientific community. Nothing but the scientific community. There's a few of them I have met that say they believe in possibilities and probabilities. But then they say the majority of them don't, okay? So there's some confusion on the atheist side. But let me get to my point here. I'm going to prove to you, okay? It's really not evidence, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's not evidence, okay? But it's just hearsay, okay? A lot of atheists tend to believe the scientific community, correct? Right? Okay, the scientific community is what they lead off of. They don't go there and actually do the research themselves with those scientists. I watch I read many books and I read many reviews and also the media about the God particle. Many scientists saying we're now living in the Matrix, so maybe David Icke is correct about we living in an illusionary world. We got scientists saying when you look at the atom and stuff and microscopic tendencies with your scientific eye, you see quarks pop out. Now, a lot of people, 90% of the world population heard of these stories, okay? Even viewed them on YouTube or all across the world through the media. This is a media outlet, okay? They actually hasn't been there, okay? And then you got people who are teachers sitting up there teaching about these mathematical formulas, but there's other mathematical formulas that's even faster. Okay, so you got to understand that there's a lot of things in this world that are only limited to what you can do, okay? I'm a scientist at heart, okay? And I would like to see my scientists, what they see, and what they see is the God particle. These scientists say, okay, they go over there and I think it's Britain or some other country, and then they do the underground thing, with the, my memory is not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm talking about. And they smash these atoms together and they created something called the God particle. I want to see it myself. I can't just go on what they say because I can see something completely different. So then there's called a scientific biasm, okay? Now, scientific biasm is more of what the atheist side is, okay? You know what I'm saying? I say, wait a minute. If you're watching this on TV and you see in Time magazine they found the God particle and there's probably a God, they say. Now the scientists are saying, oh, we found some piece of something. To me, that's not God to me. That's just a particle to me. How you gonna call it the God particle? I read the goddamn article. Don't call it the God particle. It's not the beginning of the end. There's also all sorts of particles and stuff we don't even understand, okay? Near the atoms itself, okay? This is some sort of missing elements in our DNAs, structures that we can't even understand, but I haven't experienced it myself, you see what I'm saying? That's the difference between someone who has a lot of common sense. I said, I haven't been there. I see them. Hey, be quiet. Be quiet. But my point is that the scientific eye can literally destroy an atheist. I said, okay, have you been there? Yeah, so hold on, let me get my daughter out of here. Why are you making that noise? Come here. Come here. Come on, you want to come on the video? No. Then be quiet then. Well, get out of here before I bite you. Yeah, so I'm like, you know, if you ask an atheist, have you been there to the meetings? Have you been there to the halls? What? You making noises? You making noises? You getting out of here? You getting out of here? Come on. I'm going to go in the other room again. Hope she don't follow me. Trying to fuck with me. What are you looking at? Go clean them dishes. Atheists don't understand that concept. If you haven't been there, you have no proof or no evidence. You're only going on hearsay and the media itself. The media is not enough to prove and indict a charge. Just like when you go to court, the liberal media charges you and you ain't got no evidence. That has to change, but that's another story. But if you really want to be intelligent, okay, you have to say probable cause, okay, or probability. You know, that's the atheist side, okay. No, that's the agnostic side. I'm sorry. I'm agnostic, okay? Agnostic, starting with an A. That's skepticism. That means things that we see on TV could just be media coverage and it could just all be false. 90% of the world's population have not been there. And if I knew a friend that went there, how do I know my friend went there? I can't believe everything he says. Maybe he's an illusion. Maybe he's a digital program like the Matrix. We may be living in a world that's set up that way. Even if I were to do the discoveries myself, and I take vows and stuff and mix things together like a scientist, which I always wanted to be when I was a kid, we will always have different perspectives of what we see. So you already know that there's something that's called scientific biasm. Okay, so you may see something different as we're working together. There's people in this world who have discovered different mathematical ways of going about things. They say there's alien beings that has telepathy. That's on the mysticism side. You see what I'm saying? You see how backwards people are? Magic is considered science that is not discovered, okay? And that's using common sense for your ass, okay? All right? That's why I say if you come to this page, that's the hardcore facts. I put it down in the 10 minutes so you can destroy atheists. I talk to atheists all the time, and that's it. Are you an open-minded person or closed-minded person? You ask them a few questions, okay, common sense questions. You know, I said, okay, do you think 1 + 1 is the universal law for mathematics? Do you think that? And if they say yeah, you know their mind is closed, because that's not the universal law for mathematics, baby. You tell me if there's a possible God, is there a possible of this, if there's a possible of that? If they say absolutely not, then you know they're on the closed-minded side. They're not really scientists. They'll believe anything the scientific community says. They'll believe those pseudoscientists. If it sounds convincing enough, they'll believe it, okay? Believe it, like Naruto. Believe it, okay? And then you got the agnostics, which is myself, who believes skepticism all the way. There's not enough evidence, okay? It's not enough evidence. If you see something different, that means we are missing different pages. Narcissism, who are Gnostics, who have hidden knowledge. Everyone should use gnosis, okay? Gnosis is basically believing in the God within yourself. Open up that third eye, and then you will understand that there are different perspectives and different dimensions that we can't possibly fathom because of our limited eye and our ability. It's called the scientific eye. We cannot agree on one thing, then we have limitations within our own human genome, okay? I get this shit from The Voice, man. I always wanted to be a scientist or a fucking lawyer or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But this is a parody. I told you, all my shit is for humor, comedy, and also common sense. So you gotta stop being serious, guy atheists. Most atheists are usually white, and some of them, they just want to do wicked things, okay? You gotta watch the atheists. They could be wicked as hell. They don't believe in karma, dharma, okay? You think that they gonna get away with shit? A lot more atheists will say, oh, I could do whatever I please, and I won't believe in karma, dharma, okay? So that's the part of that shit right there. I told you that shit is linked, okay? They think they could do something evil, and nothing's gonna come back to them. And that's where they don't have nothing to fear. It's not like you have to believe in God or anything. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Peace.